Black made a move. On g6, pause the video and try to predict white's next move. On takes g6. Knight e8. On takes f7 check. King h8. On promotes to knight at fx e8. Bishop takes g5. Knight takes c7. Bishop takes c1. Black's loss is confirmed. Let's go to the next game. White made a move. Rook e7. Pause the video to find out black's response. On f3. Queen d4. On takes g2 check. King e2. Rook takes f2 check. Queen takes f2. On promotes to knight at g1 check. King d1. White is planning to play Queen f8 check. King h7. Rook takes g7 mate and take decisive advantage. Queen takes f2 was chosen by black. Rook takes g7. White is on the verge of defeat. Let's go to the next game. Black played King f7. Pause the video to spot white's next move. King e5. King e7. On h6. King f7. On h7. White is planning to play pawn promotes to queen at hx g8 check and increase their advantage significantly. Knight e7 played by black. Pawn promotes to knight at h8 check. King g7. King takes e6. Knight c6. Black is on the verge of defeat. Let's go to the next game. White played Knight d1 check. Pause the video to analyze black's next move. King g3. Black is looking to play on h2. Knight c3. Pawn promotes to queen at h1 and take decisive advantage. Knight c3 played by white. Pawn promotes to knight at g1. Black is setting up to play knight takes f3 and gain a significant edge. Knight d2 played by white. King g2. King takes f4. On h2. Knight c4. Pawn promotes to queen at h1. Knight e3 check. White is on the verge of defeat. Let's go to the next game. White just played King f2. Pause the video and try to find black's next move. On f5. Black is aiming to play on f4. Queen takes c4 check. Queen takes c4 and increase their advantage significantly. On f4 played by white. On g5. Black intends to play pawn takes f4. Queen takes c4 check. Queen takes c4 and secure a stronghold in the game. Queen c6 played by white. White is planning to play queen takes a8 check and gain a significant edge. Rook f8 was chosen by black. Rook d1. Pawn takes f4. Queen takes c4 check. Queen takes c4. Rook takes d3. White is outplayed. Let's go to the next game. Black just played Queen f6. Pause the video to find out white's response. Queen d3 check. King f7. Black might go for King e8. Pawn b4. Pawn takes b3. Queen takes b3. Pawn b5. Pawn a4. Pawn takes a4 and dominate the board. On d7 move preferred by white. White's idea is to play pawn promotes to queen at d8. Queen takes d8. Queen takes d8 and gain a significant edge. Queen e5 played by black. Queen h7 check. King e6. Pawn promotes to knight at d8 check. King d5. Queen d3 check. King c5. Black wants to play. Queen e1 check. King g2. Queen g1 check. King f3. Pawn promotes to queen at f1 check. Queen takes f1. Queen takes f1 check and take decisive advantage. Queen f5 played by white. White wants to play queen takes e5 check and increase their advantage significantly. Queen takes f5 played by black. Pawn takes f5. King d6. Knight takes b7 check. King e5. Black is outplayed. Let's go to the next game. White played King e2. Pause the video to analyze black's next move. King g4. Black wants to play king takes h3 and gain a significant edge. Knight g1 move preferred by white. White is looking to play king f2. Pawn f3. Knight takes f3 and dominate the board. King g3 move preferred by black. Black's idea is to play pawn h4. Knight f3. Pawn h3. Pawn b5. Pawn h2. Knight takes h2. King takes h2 and take decisive advantage. Pawn a5 played by white. White considers playing pawn takes b6 and increase their advantage significantly. Pawn takes a5 played by black. Pawn takes a5. Pawn h4. Pawn a6. White is setting up to play pawn a7. King g4. Pawn promotes to queen at a8 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Pawn h3 move preferred by black. Black's idea is to play pawn h2. Knight f3. Pawn promotes to queen at g1 and secure a stronghold in the game. Knight takes h3 was chosen by white. King takes h3. Pawn a7. Pawn promotes to queen at g1. Black is looking to play queen takes a7 and dominate the board. Pawn promotes to queen at a8 move preferred by white. Queen g2 check. Queen takes g2 check. King takes g2. King d3. Black is clearly ahead. Let's go to the next game. Black played knight g5. Pause the video to spot white's next move. Rook e7. White is setting up to play rook g7 mate and secure a stronghold in the game. Knight f7 was chosen by black. Pawn h7. White might go for pawn promotes to queen at h8. Bishop e5. Bishop takes e5. Knight takes h8. Rook g7 mate and increase their advantage significantly. Knight bd6 played by black. Pawn promotes to knight at h8 check. King g5. Knight takes f7 check. King takes g4. Knight takes d6. Bishop takes d6. Rook g7 check. King f3. Pawn a4. White is aiming to play rook h6. Bishop c7. Pawn b5. Pawn a6. Rook f6 check. King e3. Rook e7 check and secure a stronghold in the game. Pawn a5 move preferred by black. Pawn b5. White is preparing to play rook h8. Bishop c5. Rook g8. Rook a7. Rook takes c8 and dominate the board. Bishop b7 played by black. Rook takes d7. Bishop c5. White is in a commanding position. Let's go to the next game.